Boom, we're live. This is awesome. So I'll start with introducing myself and the series, and then we'll get you to introduce yourself. And then we'll go into the questions. So my name is Karima. I currently work at C Labs, and I work on lifecycle marketing. And more so, I just focused on what happens to people once they come into the community, what happens after. So hello. Someone say hello in the chat.
Hey.
So like that's what I work on. And in the past, I've worked with the Ethereum community and building community in DC with meetups and also with consensus grants and running the grants program there. So I've always had fun with the dev community and understanding a bunch of stuff that like at first I could not wrap my head around, and like now I have a good understanding, and then also understanding like the motivations and what drives teams for building. So how we built this series is basically about the teams that are building on Celo and the teams that are doing really well as far as like acquiring users and just, getting a little bit of people, excited about your project, building on Celo. So for our last week or 2 weeks ago, we talked to Katani Pay, and it was awesome. And today we have Ian from Ubeswap. And Ian, can you please introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure. So I'm Ian. I'm the creator and lead developer of Ubeswap. And what Ubeswap is, it's a decentralized exchange built on top of a Celo network. Before this, I was very involved in DeFi trading. I've been pretty active since March of last year, back when Ethereum dipped, and I just like got into all the DeFi projects since then. And I'm really interested in Celo because I think it has a really great community, and I think its stablecoin has the power to make things a lot better for a lot of different types of DeFi projects. It's more decentralized than a lot of other stablecoins out there.
Yeah, I'm excited. You're excited. So I want to know, like, what was your introduction in building on crypto? Are you the person, like, are you an engineer, or what is your background?
Yeah, I'm an engineer. So, I've been programming for a really long time, like since, I guess, high school, actually. But my introduction to crypto was in high school, actually, like my senior year, where my friend gave me like half a Bitcoin, which was worth like $50 back then. And he told me that, Bitcoin was this like thing he was like really into, and he was like trading on Mt. Gox and stuff. But yeah, from that, I kind of got involved in trading because I was 17 at the time. I wasn't able to even have like a PayPal account legally. Like my PayPal got frozen. But yeah, I just thought it was really cool. And I built like a mining rig and a few trading bots back then. But I only really got into like crypto, like smart contract programming in 2017 when Ethereum took off.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, so that's really cool. I used to listen to, my friends had a show called The Gentleman of Crypto on YouTube, and I think they still do it. And it was like 2017, and they would give away like Bitcoin, like $5 worth every time. And I could imagine like the combination of like how much all of that is worth now. So
yeah.
Yeah, like that your friend gave you $50 worth of Bitcoin is like, he was really doing a good work.
Yeah, there were a few other like free things back then too. Like Coinbase was giving free Bitcoin to students back then. There was also this like MIT Bitcoin hackathon that I was part of, and I think I got like 0.15 free Bitcoin from it. I sold a lot of the Bitcoin from back then. But yeah, back then it was like worth like $50, $100, something like that. And yeah, it's crazy to see where the price has gone.
I know, right? I know, it's insane. So I want to know, like, how did you, even before you got into like engineering and crypto, what made you want to become an engineer, and what kind of projects were you working on?
Yeah, so I didn't actually think I was going to go into software, but I mean, I guess back in high school, I was really into Minecraft. So I ran a Minecraft server and I made a lot of mods for it. So I actually built some like, I guess economics mods for it, where like people could like create shops to sell like items within Minecraft. So like they might like get a lot of diamonds and like sell them according to like what's now called like a bonding curve, which is kind of how Ubeswap works. But I mean, I actually thought I was going to go into medicine. So I studied bio for my like first year of college. But I only got into engineering after I met people from, I guess, the Bay Area. And they showed that programming can be fun, and it's not just like some office job where you have to like dress up every day. So yeah, that's why I'm an engineer today.
Oh, that's awesome. From medicine to engineering. I
Yeah.
like that. So as far as the Ubeswap team, how did you meet your team members?
Yeah. So they're actually all from that high school where I met my friend that got me into Bitcoin.
Wow.
Yeah, actually, almost all of them are from that high school. So it's great. I'm still in touch with them.
Right. So where are you in the world?
I'm in Texas, in the Dallas area.
Oh, nice. Okay, so that's really cool that your friends, like, you got to continue to do stuff with your friends because
Yeah.
I had to make new friends that were interested in crypto or like would want to stay interested in crypto. So I think it's really awesome that like that's how you met your team. And like what made your team decide to build on Cello when you were building Ubeswap?
Yeah. So to be honest, Acela had a really good grant program back then, and I was kind of looking for a DeFi project to work on that was EVM based because I'm already familiar with Ethereum programming. There's a lot of other chains that offered grants back then, but I just didn't want to have to like spend a lot of time like learning a new chain. But on top of that, what got me like interested in making Ubiswap a lot bigger than just some DEX is that I looked more into the Celo stablecoin, and I think that the Celo stablecoin is probably the best stablecoin out there. So I want to see it take off.
Okay. Okay. So that makes a lot of sense that you already like were familiar with EVM. And so that's like made you want to build on Cello. And I have a question, just more, can we go more in depth about Ubiswap and like what inspired you? Like when did you decide, okay, this is what I'm going to build? Once you saw the grant, when did you decide, okay, I'm building this and this is how it's going to work. And these are the uses that we want to have.
Yeah, I think it happened in like mid-February. So I was very involved in the Terra blockchain. I still have like a lot of investments in there because they're doing things like 20% fixed yield, or right now they have like over 50% yield on holding stocks, which it's just objectively better than like putting your money in Vanguard, basically.
Yeah.
But yeah, from that I saw that there's a lot of potential to do the same exact thing on Celo. So I really want to just generate these like high, I guess, high yield products on Celo and not copy, but base them off of the ideas that Terra has put out there.
Okay. Where is Terra based? I haven't heard of that before.
They're based in Korea.
Oh, now I'm gonna be on like a Google adventure after this.
Yeah, interesting.
So while you were building Ubiswap, what were like the key resources that you needed to make it happen? Like what were the things that you had to have to bring it to market?
Sure. So I mean, I think the big one is developer tooling. So what's really nice about Celo is that it's EVM compatible, so I could use all the existing tools I was already familiar with in Ethereum. There were a few tweaks I had to make with the smart contracts, but overall it was pretty seamless. And with Donut, it should be even easier because now you don't have to write Celo specific code. But the other big thing is that the graph powers our data analytics platform. And that's something that a lot of non-EVM chains don't have. So it was really easy for us to just build some way for people to see like historical prices and stuff and all the assets.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's really cool. I didn't even think about that. I think I've asked that question before to other teams and like they haven't really given, everyone's a different answer, but I think it's very interesting that like, one, documentation and the tools, but then two, like other projects too that you can integrate with really help and influence the way you build your project. So I want to know like kind of like the opposite of like, as you were you were bringing in Ubiswap to life, what were like the main challenges that you and the team had to make it happen?
Yeah, I think the big one, which is actually ongoing, is our integration with Valora is not the best because we're based off the Uniswap code base. So we kind of have to build our own Valora connector, but it's very buggy. So there's two solutions we're looking at, right? One of them is to use Wallet Connect to connect your wallet, but I don't think it's the best user experience. So we're probably going to have to rewrite our connector to Valora in order to make our app less buggy. Yeah, I think that's like our ongoing like biggest challenge because people always have issues with specific devices not connecting to Valora properly.
Right, right. And I guess like right now, I was just on the website. Like right now, I would use like my Cello web wallet instead to connect. Right.
Yeah, like Solo extension wallet. But that also has a few issues, but I think MetaMask support's coming pretty soon.
Yeah, I think with Donut, that's going to be a lot easier for MetaMask support. So I'm excited about that. Okay, that's awesome. Well, that's awesome that like the support is coming. And hopefully it'll make it a little bit easier and a little bit less friction for people to interact with Ubeswap. And so I would like to know, I guess you may have answered this, but what are your top 2 goals for Ubeswap for 2021? Like, what are the things that like you would be so like elated if they happened and like are in your future for Ubeswap?
Yeah, I mean, I think the number one thing is to maximize TVL. So, I mean, there should be a lot of liquidity on chain so that people can trade assets and have things to do on Celo. So, yeah, I guess part of that goal is I want to see a lot more assets launch on Celo. It's not necessarily an Ubeswap specific goal, but I want a lot of people to be building projects on Celo. So that's one. Honestly, that's really my only goal. If we have a lot of assets on Celo, I'd be very happy.
Yeah. I mean, you don't need to have a whole bunch. You have one, you know what you want to do, you know how you want to get there. I think that that's perfectly fine.
Yeah, or I mean, what I was saying is like Ubeswap doesn't have very much utility if there's not very many things to trade on it. Because right now the only thing you can, I guess, speculate on is Celo or Ube, which is kind of it's just very limited. You're going to want to have like at least 10 or many more assets out there. And I'm really excited about a lot of projects that are building on Celo that will probably do that soon.
Okay. Yeah, that's awesome. I'm excited too. I can't wait to see what happens. I can't wait to interact. I know when I went to your website and I looked at the farm, I was like, ooh, I was like, maybe I'll do this.
Yeah,
so I'm hopping from one farm to another.
Yeah.
And Celo feels like it's been less volatile than some other farms that I've with permanent loss and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
So I would like to know, I think we're going to close up. I would like to know what advice would you give to someone like that's brand new to building, like specifically on Celo?
Yeah. Well, first of all, you should talk to me directly because I'd like to work with you on, making a launch of your project go really well, and Ubeswap can support that because again, we're trying to maximize the amount of assets, like good assets on Celo. So we really want to see projects succeed. But yeah, on top of that, honestly, that's the main thing. Just work with the existing ecosystem to make sure that we all are working together to make Celo a bigger ecosystem.
Yeah, I love that. I like that you said that. That made me excited. They can talk to me. That's so nice.
Yeah.
I like this community. Okay, so where can they find you online?
Yeah, I guess you have my Twitter, which is I can post it in this chat. Simply ENM. It's an old username, but I just kept it. Or you could just email me at ian@ubeswap.org. There's also a Discord link on our website that you can message me on.
Okay. Well, that is perfect. I didn't expect us to fly through as fast, but I feel like I learned a lot in this little bit of time. And I feel like I'm a little bit more excited to get involved with interacting with the protocol and trying out some stuff. So yeah, I think that's about it for us. And I really appreciate you coming on today. And I'm going to stop our live really quickly.